Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, and today we are doing something a little bit different. So a friend of mine said that he would be busy this week and asked me just to do the housekeeper on his account. But we are doing much more than that. We are going to judge his account. Mwahaha. Nah, we are not here to judge anyone, especially because my friend doesn't even take the game that seriously, so he's not like super competitive. But today we are going to investigate this account and point out some of the mistakes that he is doing so that you would not do it on your own account. By the way, if you ever recharge on this game, you can save a lot of money with Aptoid and AppCoins wallet. All you have to do is to use my code Pokeland in your AppCoins wallet and you'll be receiving a minimum of 15% bonus on all of your Pokeland recharges. And the more you recharge over time, your bonus becomes bigger. So yeah, remember to use code Pokeland on your AppCoins wallet, and let's get back into the video. First of all, let's understand the account. This is a Vip0 account level 91, is on server 902, so it's on my server. And also we have a Lugia over here, beautiful Lugia, shiny Lugia with Latias and Latias Overlord. The Lugia, he is aiming for an Overlord Lugia because if we go to his sticker backpack, he already has 170 Lugia stickers. Starting over here with Lugia, one of the things that I think that he has done wrong as a Vip0 is that he farmed way too many held items. Farming held items takes time, especially farming held items as a Vip0. Having held items at +9 this early, it just means that he farmed way too much and he should be investing on fusion levels instead. The fusion level 40 is very important on your account because it gives you access to more bonuses for your Pokemon, which are much more important than a little bit of skill power that you get from your held item. For example, in this specific scenario, a Dragon Fang, +8. From +8 to +9, you only get an increase of 30% skill power and a little bit of other stats. And remember, to make a +9 Dragon Fang, you need 2 +8 Dragon Fangs. And for one single +8 held item, you need 256 items. And of course, between all of those 256 items that you need for a +8, you still need to get lucky enough to get the item that you are actually searching for, because you get all kinds of items when you are raiding for a held item. So yeah, I consider a little bit of a waste of it investing for held items unless there are Unishards dropping on the elite and normal dungeons. But usually what I recommend to do first of all is always to just farm these items that will be used to evolve your Pokemon and increase your Pokedex number. Still on the topic of Pokemon, I noticed that he already has a lot of strike cards on his Lugia, which is very nice, but then he also has a lot of strike cards on his Latias. And the Latias is not even the best Pokemon to invest strike cards with. First of all, I would not recommend to invest on a support Pokemon. You should always invest just on your main attacker and not on the support Pokemon that is just there to support you. This is not completely horrible because later if you invest only on speed, for example, you can inherit this, for example, for a Pokemon on your secondary team like your secondary attacker. But then another thing that I think it's bad is that he invested on Latias. Latias, every time that it moves, it refreshes the skill power and defenses and whatever. It should be invested on Latias. Latias is the one that is most important to move because every time that Latias moves, it will refresh the immortality buff that it's the thing that is so good about Overlord Eons. It's the immortality. Also, another thing that you guys might have noticed, it's the muscle band, the held item. It's not the best for Latios, but then again, maybe he wants to get it just for the stats like the defenses and HP. Maybe he's just using this for the fake power because it's the only +9 held item that he had that he could equip it on. But honestly, if you want to go for stats, I would even rather use a Quick Claw because it provides more speed for sure than these stats. And another thing that is still wrong over here with this Pokemon are the abilities. On Lugia, Lugia is pretty nice, like Dragon Whisper adaptability, it's perfect on Lugia. Like Lugia needs that damage boost because Lugia kinda sucks against Steel type Pokemon, Rock type Pokemon that resist his Flying type ultimate. Lugia does struggle to go against those Pokemon, so getting all the damage sources possible is very important for Lugia. But then again, we have Latias and Latias. Yes, they are beautiful, but you are using a safeguard ability. Safeguard is probably the only ability that is completely useless on Overlord Latios and Latias, because Overlord Latios, on his passive Eon Blue, he does not only have the invincibility, but he also has immune to control for the whole team. So if you are already immune to control with a passive, you don't need a safeguard ability. It's much better if you just go for the leadership on both Latios and Latias and provide more special attack for your Lugia, or you can go, for example, with speed boost. Moving on, another mistake that you can do as a Vip0 if you are a person that is trying to just improve your account is spending too many diamonds on the advanced capsule gift and getting legendaries, random legendaries that you probably don't even care about. I mean, maybe you care about some specific legendaries, for example, Ghost over here got Core of Zygarde, but this Pokemon is the most expensive Pokemon to evolve. One of the most expensive Pokemons, if not the most expensive Pokemon to evolve. And he's not going to play it in a very long time. He just felt like getting it, and he spent the diamonds and went for it, and now he has a Core of Zygarde just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Of course, Core of Zygarde was just an example because he has already Rayquaza, he has Dialga, he has Uxie, he has Cresselia, also has Thundurus, also has, for example, Buzzwole and Xurkitree. All of those are Pokemon that can only be obtained with the Diamond Capsule. So it's already a lot of diamonds that he spent just on Diamond Capsules, legendaries, that he's probably never going to use. Oh yeah, and not to mention another mistake that a lot of new players do, which is they just keep spending diamonds every time that they have the chance. We have 20 Regigigas shards, 60 Palkia shards, 10 Landorus, 10 Solgaleo, 10 Tapu Lele. Look at this, 10 Victini, 10 Celesteela. So it's like, you should not be spending diamonds on the capsules if you are not getting a Pokemon that you want. How do you get a Pokemon that you want? On the advanced capsule gifts. You wait for a Pokemon to be available over here, you save up diamonds, you can check Pokeland Legends Club, by the way, the link will be in the description. We shared the list of the full week every week, and you can just wait for a Pokemon to be available over here so that you can get enough shards to summon that Pokemon. Another mistake that a lot of players have is on the gym skills, on the server gyms, where a lot of players just beautifully upgrade their gyms. Look at this, like level 80 on speed and then level 70 and 80 on everything else. It looks freaking amazing until you click on the refine button. What is this? Nothing is a refine. He is missing a ton, but actually a ton of stats that are applied to all of your account, to all of your Pokemon, just by not refining. A single upgrade over here on the level 80 speed, for example, costs 90k, almost 20,000 points. But if you want to refine and get a little bit of speed this way, it will only cost you 30 each time that you attempt to get new stats. And you will get much more stats just by getting your gyms to level 50 and refining them, then continuing to level up the gyms. Yes, it is true, we unlock new core slots where we can put percentages of stats, but it's much more important to first of all refine all of your gyms before you continue to level them up. Also, another thing that is important, and it's still related to refinings and stuff on your account, is cross-server team. As you can see, this is another place very similar to the server gyms where you can refine and get yourself a bunch of stats on your account. But in order to get this material that you need to use to refine the stats that you are seeing on the screen right now, in order to get that material, you need to be playing cross-server team. Now, of course, Mr. Ghost over here, he has 3 different accounts. He's not going to play cross-server team on all of his accounts. But if you, the viewer, are watching and you are wondering, nah, I don't play cross-server team, it's too boring, it doesn't give you much. It does. Not only gives you refine stones for this game mode that I showed you a while ago, but also gives you a lot of other stuff such as gold, which is very important for a lot of situations in the game. But the most important thing is most likely the gears. All accounts need a bunch of gears, all accounts need a bunch of these dress-up boxes. Me, after playing for 11 months, I still need this as many gears as possible, so everybody needs gears. So if you do have the time, if you can spend the time on playing crossover team, you should do it. Another thing that a lot of players do wrong, and every time that I go into a coaching, I click on the Pokemon Atlas, I see that there's not a single Pokemon available to use. This is bad because what you want to do is that you want to unlock or activate every group that is not yet activated, because every time that you activate a new group, you get more points over here on the friendship proof. And basically this gives you percentages of stats and percentages of buffs, and percentages in this specific situation, especially when it gets to the, for example, dealing damage increase by 2%, this is worth much more than a little bit of stats. Imagine that you are leveling this one up and you get like plus 13 special defense. What is that? That is nothing. That is nothing compared to the percentage of stats that you could be obtaining instead. And the last thing that I'm mentioning in this video is related to the team feeding house. A lot of players believe that when they place the Pokemons on the Pokemon fence, all of these extra bonuses are applying to the whole team that is sitting over here. But that is indeed not true, because for example, this small little ticklet, it says that all profits are increased by 15%, but it's only all the profits of this Pokemon itself. So Diglett would be very bad over here, and you should be using a Blastoise instead. Usually having teams of Blastoise and Clefairy evolutions, so Blastoise, Wartortle, Clefairy, Clefable, are the Pokemons that usually provide you with the most benefit. But if you have purple Pokemon, use them over here, because if we go and take a look at the profits, for example, this is ordered, by the way, it's going by order, and the Farfetch is generating 9 team feeding coins per hour and 4 pewter crunchies. But it's just him, and this is not being buffed by anyone else except by its own buffs, which in this situation he has 20% more pewter crunchies. And if we scroll a little bit down, we skip the Farfetch and we start seeing 16 coins. These 16 coins are related to Clefairy, 16 coins and 5 pewter crunchies. So as I was saying, if we click on Clefairy, all profits increase by 30%, so Clefairy is already generating 16 coins of income, which is much more than compared to everybody else. So the main message that I just wanted to transmit is, your Pokemon only gets buffs for itself, it's only buffing itself, buffing its own income. Each Pokemon has its unique income, so don't put low tier Pokemon over there just because it has a percentage, because maybe the purple Pokemon will be better. So these are the main things that I wanted to point out on my friend's account. Not gonna lie, I don't have his consent for this video, but hopefully he doesn't watch it, so it's all good. I'll just put him riding a Rhyhorn. Yeah, I think it fits him perfectly. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next video.